Welcome FOH. This week we've got St. Louis Ray Double Corona. Something special for Ken is just shut him the frick up. Yeah. After last week's appalling cigar, we hopefully, this is one of my favourite cigars. One of your favourite cigars.
Absolutely.
St. Louis Ray Double Corona. AEP in Nero 07. So what's that? 10, 30, 15 years of age on it.
I'm just wondering if anyone else is getting that full ventriloquist effect, because it really does look like something. Someone's getting you to talk. It's not.
Well, if that's happening, we're not doing the review. Can I tell
No,
you?
you're back. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not shutting this down until I'm halfway through, so I get another one.
Love your Greenpeace shirt. Yeah, little panda bear there.
It's a cruise ship. Whatever it is, Galagus, Alaska, or something or other. I don't know. I can't read upside down. I've had this 20 years. Mum gave it to me after one of her cruises. That I still fit is perhaps the miracle.
Oh, it looks a bit stretched, just slightly, yeah. But and the fact that your mum will spend $5 on you is just encouraging, isn't it? So it's great. Okay, so
tickets.
Didn't your mum buy your sister a car? I mean, really, you got a T-shirt. My God, unbelievable.
I'm not one to complain.
Now, I hope it's not plugged, but this is a classic-looking Colorado. Oh,
I had one of my own about 2 weeks ago.
Pardon? You had one 2 weeks ago?
I had one of my own 2 weeks ago.
What box code was that? Do you know?
No idea. It had a this thing. So it wasn't one of the really early ones that were unbanded. It had its little band.
You bought some in 03. You bought some in 03. You bought some in 08, if I remember correctly.
I bought some in the famous ones were the 02s, weren't they? Or the 01, no, the 01s.
Oh, excellent.
I bought 01s. I bought 02. Look, I bought over the years. I bought 7s, 8s. Not sure I went much past that because I don't think they really, and they were so rare. And
yeah, 11s had a few. Can you check your drawer for me? A little bit snug, but doable. More than doable. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, look, this one the other day. If this was half as good as the one the other day, then wacko.
Wacko, people. On a scale of 1 to 10, 11 is wacko. Beautiful. We'll fire these up and be with you at the end of the first third. Kenny, first third of the SLR DC 07.
Well, mine's right up there with the one I had the other day, at least as good. And I had that at 98. This one I think is at least as good. It's creamy, it's complex, it's balanced, it's sitting just a bit under medium for me. There's a bit of that stone fruit character. I love that. Yeah, that stone fruit, almost just a super light caramel in there. Stone fruit, light caramel. Stone fruit's nectarine peach is what it's only smoked an inch and a half or so, but so far fabulous.
Well and truly under medium bodied.
Yeah.
This takes me back to what Hamlet Paredes says, is that, when you get really good tobacco, you have to be a moron to screw up the blend. Because he goes, Cuban tobacco, the finest of Cuban tobacco from the regions, is sweet. And it has a natural inbuilt complexity to it. And it sings. And this is exactly what this cigar is. It's just beautifully grown tobacco. It's naturally sweet. And it's just singing a song.
It's such a curious cigar because, it started so well with those 02s. I think, or 01s at least, whatever they were, whichever they were, I forget which. But it just, it's a clearly the tobacco is first class, beautifully made. Why were they putting that into SLR when you've got so many other things that you would think they would take this for? And then having built this sort of cult fascination with it, why do they then say, well, okay, that's your lot, fellas. We'll make another one in about 20 years. To me, it's bizarre. They did all the work to get it to something.
If you start trying to work out the thinking behind Tabacuba and Habanos SA, then you'll end up in the loony bin. Yeah?
Oh.
Because it makes no sense. Now,
I
suspect, I mean, this is a very unique blend. Yeah, a really unique blend. And
is it more unique than something that's just unique?
Really, yes. Yes, this is extra special unique. Yeah. I know that really upsets you. That's fine.
It does.
It's super unique. As a blend. But it was one of those cigars they used to bring. A little like the Winnies, yeah. The Winnies used to bring it every 3 years.
Yeah. But this is gorgeous. I mean, why they would continue to do something with it is beyond me. But
two things there. One is, I mean, they've gone all in on Lucy, although Lucy's have disappeared over this last 4 months, 5 months.
Oh, have they?
But they're not doing any DCs really. I mean, they're just not producing them. Whether they got the leaf to do any DCs, I don't know. Maybe they just have a leaf shortage in terms of the size of leaf that's required to do double crows. But I have no idea. But when you smoke something as good as this, it just takes you back to how good Cuban cigars can be. And to me, this is a 98 at this point. Yeah, and I've never had, and I love non-Cuban cigars. I've grown to love non-Cuban cigars. I make non-Cuban cigars. I don't come anywhere near this. I'd love to come close, just close. And I haven't smoked anything that's anywhere near this in an NC world. But anyway, we're going to be back with you at the end of the second set. Second, third, Kenny, and I'm getting that lovely little stone fruit coffee, light milk coffee, nectarine.
I mean, the construction's immaculate. The only problem I've got is it's going too quickly. I want it to go slower. It's just gone a bit quicker than. I mean, yes, I would like it to take about 6 hours when it's like this, but even for a normal cigar, it's gone a fraction. Maybe 10% faster than it should have, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, it's just
it's burning a little bit quick for a DC. Maybe we're smoking it too quickly. I don't think so. But it's not because it's underfilled. It's perfectly filled.
No, well, I didn't. The one I had a week or two ago down the coast didn't have. I think I had to touch up one tiny little bit, but it didn't stop burning. It was just perfect. For a DC, it's not bad.
This is a personal box of mine, a personal cab of mine. I know. So we keep this one at 65 humidity, and it's actually in the locker downstairs. So you know what the conditions are. Yeah.
Well, that's where most of mine are.
Yeah.
And that's. I mean, I quite often get emails from guys saying, "Oh, I want to swap some DCs, SLR DCs," and I said, "Well, there's nothing I want more than these. No disrespect, and I know everyone wants to try them, but it's like having a couple of cases of 78 DRCs. Once they're gone, they're gone. I can't replace them. So,
how many cases you got, Ken, of DRC?
How many cases of DRC? I got no cases of DRC. I have 1 or 2 bottles. We are having an 09 Richborg for lunch next Wednesday. We've got a 45 Latour.
That was almost sexual, folks, wasn't it? Almost a little sexual tingle he had there.
96 Salon, 09 Devogwe Mazzini. We've got some 01 a Chem. We've got some good wines next Wednesday.
This is a family program, Chem. I'm going to cut it short right now. Yeah, we'll be back with you at the end of the last thing.
Sorry, I meant to ask, do we know the code for this?
Yeah. AEP. I've lost it now. It was 07.
Oh, okay.
November. Yeah, it was 07. I'll see what I'll get it back up here. I'm glad. AEP Enero 07.
So I'm just getting a touch of heat right at the end. But it's right down to the very end. So I reckon these have still got legs in them. This has got years to go.
Yeah, I think we touched these again at the 25-year mark. They're 22 now, aren't they? Is that right? I say that right? No, it can't be. So,
well, unless I'm living to about
15,
unless I'm living to 1500,
5 years. Yeah, I mean,
I've got to start smoking some more of mine, I think. Otherwise,
no, these will just. It's a beautiful blend. It's a blend that's timeless. It's not going to. It wasn't a powerhouse to begin with. It's not a powerhouse now. It's just maintained that complexity throughout. What I love the fact is you've also had one recently, and they're much the same.
Yeah. This isn't sort of a one-off. That's just we've been lucky. This is what these are. I mean, I could probably smoke.
Yeah.
Because I could probably smoke one a month until my late 70s. Which is not a bad idea.
Next year. Yeah.
Hey?
Good. No, nothing. So I was going to say mine was getting a little bit dirtier to there, and I said that's good because it was a 97, 98 point cigar to that point. I was going to do like a Seinfeld. Jerry always picked something wrong with something. He never get a partner. There's always something wrong with his partner.
Well, I mean, that's.
But then the mine's actually got better. Mine's actually
something wrong. I mean, that's your raison d'etre.
Yeah, huge bit of sweetness coming through in this last little section here at the moment.
Well, that's interesting. I had that sweetness.
Yeah.
Go on.
I've got to give it a 97.
Well, I had that sweetness where you're talking about it being a little bit dirty. I've seen nothing like that at all. I had that sweetness there. Just this last inch has been a little hot. And I mean, seriously, if that's the complaint about a DC, that this last tiny bit is a touch hot, yeah, I'll take that. For me, it's a 98. It's as good as the one I had the other day. And the really good ones do hit 100. The really, really good. And those O2s that, because I mean, I don't know if people remember the story. I've probably told it before. When you used to do the cigar dinners at the Tuong restaurant, we'd all pile in and wait, and we'd all be sitting there going, is Cohiba, Partagas, what's it going to be? And then you were late one day and you turned up and you had something called an SLRDC, and we all just looked at each other and it was like, so we've had to pay to come to this? We're all going, what, seriously? Is he trying to offload these? Oh. Anyway, you handed them around, and I can still I've never had a cigar to this day that had the ash on it like that one did. It was about that long. It was extraordinary. And I loved it. And I said to you, you were selling them at 40, but on the night you cut it to 20. And I think I had
$20.
But cash, and I had something like $250 in the pocket. I said, well, I'll take a dozen. Here we go. And I bought some more the next day or so. I think I might have one of those left somewhere. I had three. I smoked something about a year ago, and I thought, I just saw it there because they didn't have bands or anything. I smoked it. I thought, what the hell is this thing? And I was about a third of the way into it, and I suddenly thought, this is the 01 SLRDC. Well, I probably wouldn't have chosen it had I known, but it was spectacular. So they can go higher than 98. And occasionally you get one that, is 92, 93, but that happens. But these aren't.
Not today.
No, this makes up for that crap you served last week.
But people, if you ever get the opportunity to smoke an SLRDC, jump on it. And we hope one day they're back in production.
As miserable and curmudgeonly as it might sound, do not try and trade. I'm not interested. Or would want to be. If you've got some bottles of DRC, we could come to an arrangement. But
good stuff. Nice to have a great cigar, and it just restores faith Yeah, just great.
Spectacular.
Guys, that's it for this week. Friday afternoon here. Have a fantastic weekend. Hasta luego. Cheers.